already smacked the record button.
All right.
I smoke, by the way, so
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
I'm just. It was apparently a thing. Actually, I'm gonna get my vest because this is what I normally do. I normally wear it. I think that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Should I just keep it going? Should I just keep the
You
thing?
might as well.
Right? All right, tight. All right, all right, all right. You got yours? Go get yours. You got your one?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
bet.
I can get mine.
Watch this shit. Like you can tell your peoples what's up. You know that'd be cool.
All right. Let me see if they want to hop in.
Wouldn't that be cool for you?
Yeah, I'm
All
fine
right.
with it.
All right, all right.
It seems like they're playing Farming Simulator.
What?
So they're
Yo, stop playing with me, dude. They literally said, "Nah, man, I'm gonna watch some. I'm gonna play some Farming Simulator." That game could not be that much fun.
I guess they're having fun with it.
Nah, whatever.
This actually, by the way, this is my loadout for MSW.
I ain't
Yeah,
sure
this is what I'm running next weekend actually.
And where's this place at?
This is so for reference. This is the Guardian Center in Perry, Georgia. So Milsim West has done events here. Lion Claws has done events here. Third Coast has done events here.
So let me ask you
AMS
this.
has done events here.
Let me ask you this. So, do all these places just recycle places and they just go to the same, same thing?
Yeah. So AMS, because that's the one I know most about, because that's the one that I'm affiliated. The Copperhead videos are always fun. Copperhead attracts all of the cool guys. So legit company owners and things come out to those events. So this year, the big deal was Lucas from T-Rex Arms versus Travis Haley. And that was, and Milspec Mojo was out there.
So do they go do they try to find each other on the field, or is it like they lead their team like general versus general?
So those were two squads. So technically my 21-year-old stupid ass was the direct superior of Haley's, Travis Haley, which is super weird. And Friday night and then Saturday night they went at it, and it was super fun to watch. So Friday night Amos used to do Dan missions. They stopped doing that, and I want them to bring it back. I don't know if they will or they won't. I think they were cool. I never got to do them because I was new into the sport when they stopped doing them.
Previously on Goldie's Room.
Glad to have you in our corner, Sadly. The Russians are using electronic countermeasures to jam our comms and guidance system. The primary mission tower is on top of the stock exchange. I need your team to destroy it.
No.
Left side clear!
Overlord, we have Russian tanks firing on Granite's position. Requesting fire mission.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Goldie's Room. I'm your boy Ruby, also go by codename Ruby when I'm on the field, and today I'm reacting to another bunch of videos, man. But today we chilling with Jake Strum, baby, the representative of AMS, the team lead, all that, man. Hey, tell him who you are, man. Tell him who you are, Jake. Not Jake from State Farm.
No, I'm not Jake from State Farm. Definitely not. I am Jake. I've been playing Airsoft for 6 or 7 years, and I am one of the commanders for AMS, well, the XO for UFS.
30 seconds!
So the Tan faction for AMS, I help run a bunch of other companies' events. So Red Arrow Milsim, I ran some of the mass events over in Kansas City, but I've been all around the country playing Airsoft.
What video we got here today?
We have the Milsim West Rogue Correspondance. This is the first Caspian Gap dispatch.
Caspian Gap.
So Caspian Gap is one of Milsim West's events. They haven't done it in a while because the Guardian Center was, from my knowledge, under contract for a couple of years. And then they're finally off of contract, so they're doing Milsim companies are able to go to events there again. And it is a private training facility. It's pretty big acreage. I think it's 846 acres.
846 acres.
It's got about
south of Volgograd and to the west of recently occupied Kazakhstan. The city of Astrakhan remains as the last major pocket of Russian resistance in the southern federal states. It is absolutely vital that NATO eliminates the pocket of Russian resistance in order to gain access to the resource-rich Caspian Sea and to control the logistical supply routes along the Volga River. Rogue Correspondance has gained unprecedented access to NATO unit, preparing for major offensive to go and close the Caspian Gap.
From what I read last time I checked, 50 or 60 buildings. And these aren't small buildings. These are industrial sized. They're big.
Man, this sounds like a military base, dog.
Military groups train here, police train here, FEMA trains there. There have been, from my knowledge, FEMA, the Emergency Response Agency.
I knew what you meant by when you said FEMA. I was just like, FEMA?
Yeah.
Like the FEMA?
Oh yeah, it's a huge. I mean, the facility is absolutely gorgeous. It was my second AMS event actually in 2017. And it's what got me hooked with AMS and wanting to be a customer and always go back because it's such a cool facility. The bigger buildings, it's not like a Mount site. You know, I know you watched the Fort Hood videos. It's not like that. These buildings are more
complex,
akin to something you would see on a military base with barracks halls where they're flat floors. Now, there are some buildings that look like, you know, a church or a school or this, that, and the other, you name it, you pick it, where they can move the walls around and do all that kind of fun stuff. But it's not just the buildings that are here.
Now tell me the real in-depth difference between Milsim and open play.
Well, there are three steps to Milsim West, which Milsim West, a lot of people argue, is the only true Milsim event. Now, I see the arguments for that because it's one of the only companies that legitimately does nonstop play for 40-plus hours. But there are three steps, so excluding open play. So open play is where everybody starts. I've dropped people into AMS before or some smaller event companies that run events, and they've had a blast, but it's, you know, you don't have the build-up to those events yet. So most people will start at their local fields, hanging out, playing games, and they'll meet now somebody like me, because it happened to me where I met somebody that was cool in the community, and I kind of latched on to them, and they got me to an AMS event, and then from there I did some actually smaller events, and then now Milsim West. So it goes open play, small events, so what we consider a Milsim light.
Or like big ops or big games? Yeah,
so Bing, for example, because I know that's, you know, the local field. Bing does the big ops, and then they do the Bing. They did that first Bing Milsim in November.
Right.
So the big ops are more akin to an open play rather than a true Milsim, and the Bing Milsim is more closer to a Milsim light than an open play, because it's, you know, you're going all day, you need more gear. It's a uniformed event, and that's when you start to see the big difference. When you get legitimate uniformed events, where if you walk on the field wearing a t-shirt and jeans, unless it's approved for one of the factions, it's a no-go.
But now that leads me to my next question. Not to cut you off, my guy.
Yeah, of course.
But like, getting into the sport now, is there like a Jordan of airsoft or a Nike of airsoft? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are these brands? Like, what is the top brand or most sought after brand? I heard of LBX. You know, I heard of
LBX is fantastic, and it's a great place to start.
Is it?
I think. Oh yeah, LBX, and even guys that have been in the community for years, like for a good long time, I ran an Armistice too, and I absolutely loved it. They're great plate carriers, and they're purpose built for airsoft, which is super nice. And also, you know, Bo, one of the owners of AMS, works with LBX and LBT, and LBT is obviously the parent company of LBX. So LBX pulls from their gear, LBT's gear, and then they make it purpose built for airsoft. But that's the nice thing about LBX is it's purpose built for airsoft, and it's cheaper.
What is purpose? Like, what's the difference between airsoft and the real thing? Like when you say purpose built.
There's not much of a difference between airsoft and the real, and the real thing, because you can watch all the T-Rex Arms videos, or you can watch other videos of real steel things translating over to airsoft and vice versa. But like, purpose built for airsoft is gear that has the same quality of real steel gear at a lower price.
Okay.
That's really what it is.
Okay.
So you're gonna get this pretty much the same quality from LBX as you would LBT at a lower price.
So it's like civilian, how normal people look at military grade. It's like military.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. But let's go ahead and check this video out, dog.
Yeah.
They can chew. You're going to go all the way up here, insert from the north, and then clear south to get behind them and basically pinch them in until they're fucked. We're going to do this through very aggressive firepower. There's going to be a lot of taggins going off, a lot of pea grenades going off.
Ready? Very good entry, very good entry, very good. Keep moving. Aggressively take that corner. Clear. All right. You didn't need to, yeah. It's fine. Keep moving. You guys are good. Good entry there. Ready? You got to be at the door, though, right? All right. You got to be at the door. I'm ready to go into the fucking door because there's somebody in that door who's going to try and kill me. I've been on 2 missions where men were killed going through doors. And one of them was from a unit that all of you probably fucking idolized. And he was shot by a man who was under a bed. Fucking got the grip. He came in, cleared, didn't see the guy, and he took 2, and 1 went through his trachea. You know what I mean? So when you go through a door, there's probably going to be some asshole in the room waiting to light your ass up. So when you go through the door, do like these dudes and go through aggressively, all right? Ready? Go. Okay, hold on. Clear. Next.
Drum master is coming in. He's going to give you a quick down and dirty. All right? You guys need to pay attention to this. As soon as he clears up, we're loading up and leaving. All right? Roger. But you going?
AMS used to do helicopters. What event does helicopters still? Third Coast Airsoft does helicopters still.
Yep. The Helo assault tactical, or
Guardian.
Yeah.
Not Guardian. Government Training Institute.
Yes. Yeah. I just watched their video.
So this one, it's what we call Task Force U-Haul, because it's just a U-Haul.
Okay. Y'all did the hood way. All right, I got you.
A lot of companies actually do this, and it's a lot of fun. We did it at Guardian, this facility last January, or I guess this January, and some of my guys got dropped off, and we backed up into a building, and they ran into the building, and they just got lit up by a saw.
Oh my God! I bet you people was falling all over the place and whatnot, trying to jump out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Cause you can't quick deploy a ladder on them things.
No, you're just jumping. In reality, you're just gonna jump off the back of it. But yeah, it's fun.
Please help! I ran the wrong way.
So this is before the event starts.
Okay, so this is like the action, the debrief and whatnot.
Yeah, so it's the debrief, which they'll actually show with a full-on map and all of that kind of stuff. But this is also the gear check. Milsim West is unlike a lot of companies where you can bring whatever you want onto the field and they don't worry about it. And Milsim West, because it's a 40-hour event, they take it pretty serious. And in the tax op, which is, 40 pages, they have a packing list. And if you don't bring the stuff highlighted in red, you will not play until you get the stuff highlighted in red.
Oh my God! So they make sure. What is this shit called? Man, what are these things called? Inventory. Not an inventory. Yeah, I guess it is a gear inventory. Yeah. We used to.
It's a gear check, and your direct superior will burn through your gear and go through you because you have all, as you can see in the video, it's all spread out. They make sure you have everything in red, so that's a lot of it is common sense stuff, but people usually forget it for shorter events. So, wet weather gear, cold weather stuff, an extra change of clothes, and then extra socks. They're pretty strict on the socks one. And then enough water for 40 hours and food as well.
So I'm guessing you don't have like a water bowl or nothing like that. It's just like you're on your own.
So they do something pretty interesting. Part of and I'm not fully, I don't fully understand it because I've not done one yet. This is just from what I've read in the tax op and all of that kind of stuff and my general understanding of it. To revive yourself after your first hit, which, involves, a tourniquet, a Milsim West tourniquet, or in some companies it's an ace bandage and all that kind of stuff. To get revived from your platoon corpsman, you're drinking a bottle of water. So they have a crap ton of water that you are forced to drink to play the game longer. Which is a super innovative way to get people to drink water. Because that's, with shorter ops, that's a big issue that people have. Like AMS, when I was younger, I saw, before I got into the leadership position, there were a lot of people that would fall out pretty early because they weren't drinking enough water during the event.
I mean, in boot camp, man, they were making we had these, like, canteens, man. You had regular canteens, but they're, like, the plastic kind. And you had to drink, like, 2 or 3 of them before bed. You know what I'm saying? So you're, especially on top of the water that you're already consuming, you're drinking about 12 a day.
Yeah.
Hydrate or die.
Yeah, that's basically the mentality they take into it. And also on top of that, a lot of the leadership for MSW, unlike some companies like AMS, I'm in leadership and I'm a civilian, I'm a young kid. Milsim West, their leadership, they're serious dudes. I think from what I read for this event, our CO is like done, I think, 3 or 4 tours overseas as a ranger. I think that's right. That could be a prior cadre person, and I'm just screwing it up.
Yeah, I read that they had cadres and whatnot. That's pretty cool.
And then one of the Milsim West guys, from what I read somewhere, or somebody told me, they actually have like a Russian soldier that has come overseas.
Really?
Yeah, because again, this
is he playing or is he like an actor?
He's playing. He's the head honcho.
Okay.
Of from my recollection, I could be wrong because I'm not playing on Rust 4. I'm on NATO for this event. I haven't really talked to a lot of the Rust 4 guys. And on top of that, going back to the whole uniform thing, it's AMS and those companies that are like the Milsim, like the Milsims, they're mildly strict on camo, but here it is like it's not just camo. It's a uniformed event. Guns, gear, uniforms, you name it, you're gonna look like the real deal. That's why you get a lot of impressionists that come out to Milsim West.
You see a lot of people get real butthurt too when they're Milsimmers versus the open players. Like it seems like the Milsimmers are always the tryhards, but it's very interesting. But
play styles.
You want to smack that play button, my man?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm interested. You got me hyped for this video, dude. I'm like.
I'm here with the member of the Able Archer Joint Task Force, a Polish member, and he's going to go over with me his combat load when he jumps in. Luis,
Sure.
What's your combat load?
So for this operation, I'm going to carry about 40 hours worth of gear. So start with my ruck. Right now inside my ruck, I have a dry sack with additional clothes, additional socks, some warming layers. It's going to get down into the 40s tonight. I've got a tarp with me to build a shelter, use for rain. this pouch here, I've got all my food. So I've got dehydrated meals that I'll cook using water boiled in the jet boil.
So pretty much that's just your sustainment kit right
That's
there.
my sustainment kit right there. I'm not going to carry this with me at all times. We'll leave it in a to-be-determined location and come back to it when we're ready to establish a permanent position.
I see.
I've got 2 waterproof cases. One of them has got batteries and additional navigation equipment. The other one has personal items, IDs, medications, that kind of stuff. Coming around here, we'll be doing a lot of urban operations, so I've got a mixture of green, infrared dim lights.
So I don't know if you caught it. The interviewer mentioned that he's a Grom guy, or he's a Polish guy.
Yeah.
So there's an impression group. I don't know if you know about them, the Gromettes. So they're a Polish impression group, and they impersonate Grom, which is Polish Special Forces. And it's funny because Grom knows about them and knows they're a group, and they support them, which is super wild.
So they get supported by. So does that mean they get actual members to come out there? Is that where they get their gear?
No,
from?
but they get like they have like an affiliate patch or something from my recollection, and it's cool. And a lot of their gear comes from overseas, from Poland, and they try to do it. You know, that's the impression kit where they try to do it. They pick a specific era of gear and they just go for it, and it has to be in that era, and that's why you'll start to see different camos and stuff. So let's say, you know, if I wanted to do a Marine infantry kit, I wouldn't, you know, no multicam, I'd be rocking Marpad or something. Yeah, and you can rock Woodland Marpad. It's not like AMS, like other companies where it's tan versus green. It is NATO versus Rust 4. So you could be rocking a green camo, but if you've got a NATO style weapon and it's a NATO camo, you're on NATO, and you have to really PID targets before you kill them, and that's the whole why this is considered the only real Milsim by a lot of people. Because you're highly dialed in.
Yeah, you are highly dialed in. I can see why some people in chats are pretty aggressive compared to others, or they take it more seriously. Because usually when I'm playing it, or as I'm starting to see it, you either play serious with the camis, or you're rocking you're kind of like a Call of Duty player. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right.
As you can see here, and as you can see on all the maps, and then you also have kind of this overgrowth here. This is a small little pond, and then you also have just an assload of trees here. If I'm a Russian forces commander, what am I going to want to prevent you to do? Take the danger areas. So how do I do that? I set up ambush points all along this road to deny your freedom of movement. What 1st and 2nd platoon's job is to do is twofold. 1, give us freedom of movement on this trail for our airborne insertion movements, and 2, give us a warm and fuzzy that there are no Russians all the way up to the gate. 3rd and 4th platoon, you guys will load up same way, right around here. You'll take off either this way or you'll go through the north. You're basically looking to drop at LZ Charlie, which should be right around here. LZ Charlie, from there you will dismount. 3rd platoon, you'll establish security within the wood line. Give us a good warm and fuzzy that maybe just the first 50, 60 meters in, there's no Russians waiting for us. Once that's cleared, 4th platoon should be at most 30 minutes behind you. They insert, from there you push. Where are you pushing to? PB Bravo, which should be somewhere in or around this region. Once you get to there, as dictated by the platoon sergeant, he will give the ultimate final call of this is where we're going to drop our rucks, and this is where we're going to look for security. And from that point on, 4th platoon, you'll drop your rucks.
Thanks again for tuning in, and if you want to see my gameplay and my experience at the AMS event, it should be like a video like right here or like right here. Pick one of them. You know what to do, man. I love you. You know the vibes. I'm out.
Maybach